Hi friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials. This is a brand new series that I'm starting today on this channel, which is Angular testing. This is a full tutorial series for absolute beginners where we will talk from basic to advanced level of testing Angular applications using the frameworks Angular CLI tooling, Jasmine, Karma, Protractor, and Cucumber framework. We'll cover both unit testing as well as end-to-end testing. We will learn to write how to test components, services, modules, validations, forms, routing, and much more. We'll also write end-to-end test using Protractor and Cucumber and Gherkin. It's going to be very interesting and exciting journey. I'm your host. My name is Sridhar. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the series. In today's episode, we are going to learn how to set up our sample e-commerce project that we have which we'll use for our testing. If you are new to the channel, you would be knowing that I have around 3 tutorial series which are exclusively dedicated on Angular, Angular 9 full tutorial series, Angular CRUD series, and Angular testing series, the current one. The links are in the description box below. Make sure you check them out to learn Angular and master Angular. Now let's talk about this sample project that we want to set up for our testing. We have a sample project called shopping cart e-commerce application, which is shop for less. That's the shopping cart application which we will be using for our testing. During the Angular CRUD tutorial series, I built an entire products feature module and for our e-commerce, and we will use that particular feature module for all our testing utilities. If you want to know how to build that, there is a link in the description box where I've covered that. Make sure you check it out. Now, the source code of the particular project can be found in the GitHub link that I've given in the description box below, github.com/arctutorial/angularcrud. You can download the zip file from there, and what to do next, I have covered it here, right? So this is a 5-step process that you have to do to get your sample project up and running. First step is to go to this link and download the zip file that I have put there. All right. Once you have downloaded, you will need to run npm command, npm install. Then run the command npm install json-server, right? And then navigate to the folder src/assets. That's where we have a data.json file, which we will run using JSON server. Finally, we'll run the command ngserve to get the application up and running. Let me show you how to do that. So once you have downloaded, you would see a zip file like this. Extract it in your machine, whichever machine you use, either Windows or Mac or Linux. Extract that particular zip file, you will get a folder with the output. Then just go inside the folder and do npm install. That's the command you would run to. I have already done it here, but I'm doing it again to show you how it is. Once you do that, you would get the node_modules folder. It will not be in the zip folder. You have to run npm install to get that. So run that command, install all the modules. Once it is done, you would be able to run the application. All right, so you see it has installed the npm modules. Now the second command that we have to run is npm install json server. npm install json server. Now pay attention that some of you may run into issues because it's not installed globally or in locally. So I would encourage you just do npm install -g server. This way it will be installed globally. All right. So do that step and you would see that you have the JSON server installed globally. Give it a minute. If you're liking the tutorial, give a thumbs up to the video. All right, let's give a couple of minutes. All right, so it's done. So it has installed the JSON server locally, right? So now what you need to do is you need to navigate to the assets folder. So it's under source assets. So go to cd source assets data. That's where you will go and you have the db.json file. And here you'll write the command json-server-watch db.json. This will start your local server locally and you can see localhost 3000, right? You would also see the endpoints that are listed here, that is products, categories, etc. All right. So you have got the JSON server up and running. You have got your database layer, which is basically this. We are using mock data to start it. Now open new terminal and fire up ng serve. The default port that it will run is 4200. Let's give another minute. Again, I'll request you, if you want to learn how to build this particular product that I'm working, I have the playlist link in the description box below. Make sure you check out Angular CRUD tutorial series. Again, ask me any doubts if you have. I'll be very, very happy to see if I can be of any help to you. All right, so we have our data up and running. We have our application up and running. Time to see the application. Let's go to localhost 4200. Now you're not seeing data. Let's see the reason why. So it says there is no issue with that. Let's see if it's returning the data. Okay, that's because we didn't click on it. So you click on the products and you should see the products details. Now similarly, click on polo t-shirt. You should see polo application, casual t-shirts, soccer. You can add a product. You can try that. So this is your sample project which we will use for our testing purpose. Make sure you go through it. Make sure you got your application set up. Let me quickly show, I just showed you the demo of it, which is the products feature. So you go to products URL, you should see all the products. Click on any category, you will see category projects. You click on this, you can see that. Also, you can click on any particular product and see that particular detail. You can go here, click on that, you should see this detail, right? You can update the product, right? And you can delete the product as well, right? So this is a sample project that we will use for testing. The point here is not the application. The point here is to how to learn how to test any Angular application. That's my goal for you. All right, so some of the use cases that we will consider testing, will write test scripts to test the routing part. We will test our routes, module routes. We will test our components. We will test dependency injection. We will test our services. We'll test our mock data, mock services, forms, validations, element checking, and much, much more. But the important thing for you is to get your application up and running, and then we will start with our introduction of some of the high level concepts. Then we start writing our test scripts. It's going to be really interesting journey where we will learn about a lot of frameworks, especially for our friends who are from testing and QA background. I promise you, after this particular series, you will be confident in writing any test scripts that you want to write. Get the application downloaded. Also, make sure that you are getting it up and running. If you have any doubts, drop in the comments. I'll help you set up the application in your local. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you are excited in this particular journey as I am to bring you this. See you in the next episode.